introduction? You're from which university or which college? Hello? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Hello, Shobha. Please respond because we are in the middle of the course. So if you really want to learn, so I will explain to you the previous classes also. Then I will move forward to the next class. Hello, Shobha. Are you there? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are from which college or university?
Bangalore University, the Oxford College of Science.
Okay, very good. So Shobha, we are discussing here letter writing. So basically, we are dealing with formal letters. Okay. So you know how to write formal letters?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So what kind of formal letters you have written previously?
Hello.
Yes, I am asking that what kind of formal letters you have written previously?
Sorry.
Like, have you written any job application or any newspaper article, news letter to the editor? What kind of letter you have written?
I didn't write, ma'am, any.
I cannot hear you. Okay, so let's start. One second. As you have joined for the very first time, I'll just give a quick revision of what we have discussed. Okay. So we have discussed this business letters, letter of appreciation, and letters to the newspaper. Informal letter we have not discussed. Now, business letters should be very terse, clear, and to the point. You have to use very simple language and everyday language to convey your idea. You cannot use very like heavyweight language or word in there. Now, you cannot use any abbreviation there. You have to be very clear and exact descriptions your letter should contain. Now, this was a sample business letter. So first you have to mention the name of the company, address in the salutation. Also, you have to mention the subject here. Then you have to come to the body. Now you have to be very to the point. So you have to you can start your letter like working with your company for the past 2 years has been excellent experience like that. Then you have to come to a thank you note. Like we take this opportunity to thank you for the wonderful work you have done us so far. So all these things we have to include in a business letters, and then at the end you have to include kind regards. Now, what you should include in the letter I have discussed. Now, what are the sections of business letters? These are the common format of any formal letter, but in business letter also we are following the same. So your name should be there, job title should be there, company should be there, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, email address, all the information should be there. And company's name, company's address, and you should also mention the date. Now, how you can start the letter? You have to use the salutation, like to whom you are writing, then the formal salutation. Then you cannot use dear unless you have any informal relationship.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
What is zip code? ZIP.
What is
Zip code, ma'am. ZIP. In previous page.
just a second? You are not visible. Just a second. Yes, Shobha, please repeat.
Ma'am, I'm asking what is zip code, ma'am?
Deep code.
ZIP. Zip code.
Can you please write in the chat box?
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
Okay, zip code, that is pin code. Like you have a pin code for your district, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. I got
Yes.
it.
Yes, that one. So Shobha, what are you studying in Bangalore University?
BCA, ma'am.
Okay, you are in first year or second year or third year?
Second year, ma'am. Fourth sem.
Okay, good. Okay, now what will be the body, like when you are writing it in the any Word document, there should be single spaced lines between each paragraph, and after the salutation you can and above closing, everywhere should be single spacing, and you have to let justify your letter. Then a closing salutation will be like respectfully yours, yours sincerely, cordially, respectfully. All these things will come under closing salutation. And if your letter is less formal, you can also consider all the best, thank you, regards, all these things. And there should be a signature because it is a formal letter and you're writing for business purpose. So this is one sample business letter. See here who is writing the letter, then to whom he or she is writing, then the salutation. Then she has written, I would like to invite you to attend our upcoming program in department job networking event. So like at the very beginning only, she has stated the reason. So the letter is very to the point. Then the event will held at Cox Student Center, where the event will be held and at what time, everything they have mentioned. Then thank you for your time, and I hope to hear you from soon. And then respectfully signature of hard copy letter. Now there are different types of letters, like cover letter is there. Cover letter is something when you are applying for any job, you have to write one cover letter along with your resume, because there are some companies, some employers who need the cover letter. And cover letter should include your professional experience, qualification, interest in the company and job. All these things should be there. So you might ask that what is the difference between resume and cover letter? So in resume, you are just including all the information like what are the qualification, what you are studying, everything. But in cover letter, you are like mentioning the your interest little bit in details, and you're also explaining why you are interested in the company. Now, what is letter of recommendation? So when you are going for some job or you are going to study something, like you're going for higher study, sometimes they need some letter of recommendation for you. Like someone needs to recommend you that she is a good candidate. Okay, so like one person who is very highly designated, they will write the letter for you, and it should include the relationship of the recommendation, and it should also include your qualification, examples, and closing statement. Now, what is interview follow-up letter? So interview follow-up letter should include all these things: interview overview, expression of thanks, your skills and qualifications, and also you have to convey one thank you to the interviewers. Okay, that you are very grateful that they have taken one interview. Now, what are offer letters? Offer letters are something when you are getting one letter for your job. There should be job description, job title, start date, salary, benefits, all these things should be there. Now, sales letter is there when which letter will include product description, cost, invitation to purchase or to try a product. And letter of commendation will be like employers write letter of commendation to express pride and gratitude for exceptional performance. So when you are working for some company, so what is letter of commendation? When you are working very good, so then that company will write some letter of commendation for you, that you are working very well, excellent performance. All these things will be included there. Now you know what is letter of resignation. When you are leaving one company, you need to write letter of resignation, and letter of resignation should include your declaration that you are resigning and why you are resigning and when is the last day of your work, and you should all include one thank you note. And if you have any complaint, you cannot include that because it is an official letter. So I'm going to the next one. So last day we started how to write application letter. You're welcome, Surjashish. I think this is your second class. It's good to see you again. So
Yes, ma'am.
yes. So job application letter is essentially a little piece to convince a prospective employer. So I'm repeating this for Shobha because she joined for the first time. And when you are writing any job application, I think you are writing it for because you have seen one advertisement, maybe in newspaper or in internet, anywhere. So you have to write in response to that. In that letter, you should include your skills, your qualification, and you must express that you are interested. So writing a good job application letter involves expressing your interest in the available position and detailing why you are the best fit for the job. So you will need to include your educational qualifications and professional skills and experience. Now, you have to read the job advertisement very well, like what they want, what are their demand, what kind of skills they want in their employees. You need to read that. If you think you are fit for the job, then just write it in the application. Then you have to review the professional letter format. So it will help to review the accepted professional formats for job application letters and adapt one of those for your purpose. So you might use a left alignment. So maybe you are writing out printed letter, you have to use left alignment and single spacing. I told you 1-inch margins and the professional font of 10 to 12 points. So these things you need to follow. And you have to write a clear heading. Then you have to mention like address the letter to the right person. It may be some advertisement demand that you need to write the company director. Maybe some of them one you need to write the company manager. So you need to see that and write that very carefully. Now you have to begin the letter by expressing your interest in the job. So like this way you can start. I came across your job advertisement for a marketing manager on the Indeed job board, and I am interested in working with you. So I am a seasoned marketer with a first class MBA and 7 years of work experience with the Coca-Cola Drinks company. Given my extensive knowledge of planning strategies, managing budgets, and implementing marketing campaigns, I know I can fit in and meet the high expectations of your marketing department. So see, who is writing the letter, he has expressed his interest for the job, and he has also stated his experience, what he has done previously. Now you have to describe your eligibility for the job, highlight your attributes, and always end the letter with a thank you note. Okay. So 1 second, I will show you one sample letter. Okay. This is a sample job application letter. Just read it. Okay, Shurjashish, can you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please read. Like loudly.
Your name, your address, your city, state, and zip code,
Yes.
date, hiring manager's name, hiring manager's title, company name, company address, company city, state, and zip code. Dear hiring manager's name, I'm writing to express my interest in the position of job title at company. Explain how you heard about the job and name your contact if you were referred by someone within the company. I believe my skills and qualifications make me an ideal fit for this job. Use the second paragraph to elaborate how you would help the company. Reference specific campaigns or projects when possible. Use the third paragraph to summarize your key qualifications. Elaborate on your most important accomplishments and include details that you were unable to provide in the more concise format of your resume. Use the fourth paragraph to briefly explain why you want to work for this company. Mention the additional documents included with your cover letter and express your excitement about moving forward in the hiring process.
Yes.
Sincerely, your name.
Very good. So you can understand the format like in this part you have to write your name, address, city, your zip code, everything. Then you mention the date. Then you mention hiring manager's name, title, company's name, address, everything. Then salutation. Then first you have to begin the letter with your interest. Like I'm writing to express my interest. This is a sample introduction. You can use that if you are writing any letter. You can note it down. So then in the job title, which company, and you have to explain how you heard about the job. So if you have read the advertisement in any newspaper, maybe Telegraph, Times of India, anything, just mention that I heard about the job in Times of India, dated this, which date you have to mention. And I believe you mention your skills and qualifications, then you tell that uh, I think it is like I am fit for the job. In the second paragraph, you elaborate on how you would help the company, why you think that you are fit for the company, then reference specific campaigns or projects when possible. And in the third paragraph, you can summarize your key qualifications. Like what are the main qualifications you have for the job, state that. You can elaborate your important accomplishments and include details that you are unable to provide in the more concise format of your resume. So in resume, you cannot include everything. So you can include your like more details in the application letter. And in fourth paragraph, explain why you want to work for the company, why you like the company. Then the employers will get more interest about you. Okay, then your name. Okay, so this is a sample letter. This way you can write. So now I have given one letter again. So you have to fill in the blank. So here A, B, C, D is given. So you know in A portion you have to write your name. Then here you can write the company's manager name, company's name. Then you can write the date. Okay. Then salutation is there. Now they have started like I noticed the advertisement for a receptionist on your website. And now what you want to include here? Shobha, can you tell me? So you can write, I noticed the advertisement for a receptionist on your website and I am very much interested for the post. So in the autumn, I'm going to study French and Spanish at university. And if I get a job there, then my where my languages will be useful, it will be good for me. The dash working in a hotel. Last summer, I worked as a waiter in a hotel restaurant. You can include your past experience. Furthermore, I believe I possesses the personal qualities necessary for the post. So I'm friendly and reliable. Your qualities you are stating now. And dash with guest in French and Spanish. So I'm comfortable with guest in French and Spanish. So I'm enclosing my CV and a reference from a teacher. And I'll start work on 1st July. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully, then your name, your address, all the things you have to include. Okay. So did you understand how you have to write the job application letter? Any query? Okay, now maybe sometimes we need to write formal letters to the bank manager for many reasons. So I have just shown here only one reason, like you need to issue your bank statement. The bank statements are often necessary for a variety of reasons. So for example, it is usually required for obtaining some business purpose, on any of that. So let's see one sample for it. First, you have to mention the address of the sender, then date of the letter, then the designation, then address of the, 1 second. Sorry, that is something different to the editor. So let me show you the sample letter of the manager. Just a second. See, here I have taken this example from one website. So here you can write your name from who is writing, then to the bank manager, ICICI Bank. Then subject is requesting a fresh checkbook. So dear sir or madam, I would like to hereby inform you that I have been maintaining SB account, like savings bank account since how many years. I don't have any checkbook receipt from bank yet. As I have stated a new business and require check leave for various transactions, I hereby request you to issue me a fresh checkbook with at least 200 leaves against my account number this. This way you can write one application letter when you are writing to a bank manager. It's nothing tough. You just mention your address from to write in the to section, write whom you are writing, then you write the subject, then the salutation, then you can start like this. I would like to hereby inform you that I have been maintaining one account. Now I don't have the checkbook, I lost it or whatever. Then you issue one new checkbook for me. This is my account number, and I will be grateful if you issue this. So this way you have to end it, and yours sincerely, your name and signature. Okay, so this way you can write to the bank manager, or like whatever official purpose you have, you can write for that. Now, if you have to write any letter to the editor, how you can write it? Maybe you want to like address any topic related to the society, which is happening in your surroundings. How you can start that? The address of the sender should be there. Date of the letter should be there. Designation should be there. Address of the receiving editor should be there. Then letter subject, salutation, body, and complimentary conclusion. Then name of the sender and sender's designation. So let us see one more example. But do you understand, Shobha? Sambhavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I ask you to write any letter to the bank manager, can you write now? So how you can format your this letter to the editor? So you have to write the sender's address here, then the date, then the receiver's designation. Maybe he is the editor, he is the founder of the newspaper, whatever. Then the subject, and then respected ma'am or sir. Then the body of the letter, and yours sincerely, then the sender's name. So this should be the structure. Okay. So here I have given you one sample letter, like for letter to the editor. You can read it. Shobha, can you read it? Somebody, okay, Shobha, please read. Read this one from subject. What is the subject?
Increasing of air pollution in East Hyderabad.
Yes. Read.
Respected sir, ma'am, I am Drisha. I am member of NGO Prada. I am writing to you to bring to your notice the increasing effect of air pollution in our neighborhood and in the surrounding area. East Hyderabad has been a rapid increasing in the use of private transportation and the number of industrial sectors that have come up in recent years. This has increased the risk of serious health hazard, including breathing difficulties, chronic
Diseases, lung damage, nausea, fatigue, etc. Okay, I'm reading this. The hospitals around the area have already seen an unexpected rise in the number of patients showing symptoms of chronic illness, and it is important that people and government authorities are made aware of the dangerous situation at the earliest. Owing to the seriousness to the situation, I request you to kindly highlight the issue so that some action can be taken to curb the effects of air pollution and decrease the risk of people affected by it. So first, if you are writing to the newspaper, you have to mention the subject, then the salutation and address and all should be there. Whom you are writing to the editor, which newspaper, and the address. Then you have to write who you are, why you are writing, then what is your main concern. State that in a brief paragraph. Then you can conclude like this way. Like, owing to the seriousness of the situation, I request you to highlight the issue so that some action can be taken to curb the effect of air pollution. So you may write down, if you want to write down the beginning and conclusion of the letter. Okay, so we have discussed the letter to the editor and job application, and also letter to any bank manager or any of your, like, for any of your purpose. So do you have any query for that? Did you understand? If you have any query, you can ask. Okay, so if you don't have any query, we can conclude the session here. We will come again in the next class. Okay, thank you for your attention.